Okay guys, so that was Long Train Runnin' by the Doobie Brothers. It's one of my favourite songs to play, and it actually contains quite a few chords, so I'm going to show you the chords first, and then we'll look at how we put them together. Okay, so the first chord is a G minor 7. Now my first finger's barring the 10th fret, but only from the A string down. And then my third finger's playing the 12th fret of the D string, and my second finger is playing the 11th fret of the B string. So we get this chord. Now the second chord is going to be this. That is a C minor 7. So my first finger's barring the entire 8th fret. My third finger's playing the 10th fret of the A string. And then my little finger is going to play the 11th fret of the B string. Okay, then my little finger is going to move down for the next chord. It's going to be a minor 13 chord. So it's exactly the same as our C minor 7, but our little finger moves down. Okay, then it goes back to our G minor 7. Okay, so the last three chords, three chords, sorry, I should say. We have an E flat dominant 7th chord. So my first finger's barring the 6th fret from the A string down. My third finger is going to play the 8th fret of the D string, and my little finger is going to play the 8th fret of the B string. Okay, now the next chord, our little finger stays exactly where it is. We just move the other two fingers down, so we get this. This is a really, really, really cool chord. It's a D dominant 7 sus 4. Okay. So there my first finger's barring the 5th fret from the A string down. My third finger's playing the 7th fret of the D string, and my little finger's playing the 8th fret of the B string. And then the last chord, we just slide our little finger down to make it a D dominant 7th chord. So there's quite a nice transition between those three chords. E flat dominant 7, D7 sus 4 to D7. And that's the chords in the song. Now let's look at how we put them together. Okay guys, so we've looked at the chords for Long Train Runnin'. Now let's look at how we put them together. This is a really great riff, and it's quite complex, but you know, if you get a bit of practice, you can definitely get it. Okay, so we're going to start with our G minor 7 chord. Now what you're going to have to learn to do is hammer on the notes that aren't being barred in this chord. So that's the third finger to the 12th fret, and the middle finger to the 11th fret of the B string, okay? So it's going to be this. You're going to have to get your left hand strength up to a point where you can hammer on that chord. Okay. So in terms of strumming directions, we're going to start with the down. I'm actually going to start with just the bar on the 10th fret from the A string down. I'm going to hit that with a down stroke and then hammer on the rest of the chord. Like that. And then I'm going to end that bit, then up, down. Do that again. And that's followed by 4 muted pick strokes basically. So basically my left hand is muting the strings, and I'm just doing down, up with my right hand to create that muted effect. This is a really integral part of this riff. So down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, now the next bit, staying on our G minor 7 chord, I'm going to go down, down, up. Now the up stroke, we've actually gone back to just our barred finger there, okay? Put that all together, this is the first section of the riff. Okay. I'll play it a bit quicker. Now, before we start it again, there's actually two more muted pick directions, down, up. So you've got down, up, and then we start the riff again. So the whole thing all together, really slow, will sound like this. And that is the first section of the riff, okay? So down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay. Okay guys, so we'll look at the middle section. This is probably the hardest section of this song. It's a riff built around accented notes. So if you're a guitar player and you're not used to playing funky riffs with accented notes, it's a really good song to kind of break you into that kind of style of playing, okay? So I'm going to play it for you first and then we'll get stuck into it. Do that one more time. Okay, so the notes we're muting with this kind of sound are as important as the notes we play. They give it the essence of the riff. Okay, so in terms of accents, we've got this. Do that again. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And we started off by picking the low E string as well. Now if you can get used to hitting those accents, what you have to do is fill in the gaps with muted 16th notes. So this is really tricky to get used to. I'm going to play it really slow, so you can play along at home. Okay, you ready? And then we move to our C minor 13 chord and we connect it with two muted notes. So I'll do that whole section. Okay, so again, the way I'm able to mute and play the chord, I'm literally keeping my fingers where the chord shape is. And when I want to mute it, I'm just lifting my fingers off to a point where they're not actually pressing down on the strings. Okay, so I'll go over those accents once more. In terms of pick directions, down, up, down, up, down, up. Same with the minor 13 chord. Down, up, down, up, down, up. What I would recommend is getting those accents first and then filling in the gap with the 16th note muted picking, okay? So I'll play that section all the way through and then we'll look at the last section. So before we go to the last section, it just goes back to the first section of the riff. Okay guys, so let's look at the last section of this riff. This is the easiest section. We've got those three chords, E flat 7, D7 sus4, and D7. Now what I'll do, I'll break the picking pattern down for each chord. So on the E flat 7, we've got down, 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 up. I'll do that again. Down, 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 up. Then we move to our D7 sus4. Down, 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 up. And then the same for our D7. Down, 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 up. So all together we have this. Okay, go through that one more time. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then it just goes back into the first riff, first section of the riff. And that's pretty much the entire song. The only other section is the harmonica solo, but the chords stay exactly the same underneath that as well. Like always, if you like what you see, subscribe below, share the video, like the video. I'll put some links to my social media at the end of this video as well. Like me on Facebook, there'll be plenty more videos coming your way. Yeah, the next awesome riff will be with you very soon.